All right. Aurum family worldwide. This is absolutely amazing. We haven't started the call yet, but it's jammed out. Normally, we'll do is just say, "Hey guys, send out a little quick message to your team," but it's too late. If you waited till the call started to advise your team, "Hey, welcome, welcome. We're going to get this call started by just let us know where you're from. Let's give a shout out to the countries all around the world. We've got Malaysia." We've got Nigeria, Latvia in the house, Netherlands in the house. Wow, Germany, Australia, Canada. Hello, hello, Belgium, Philippines, Switzerland, United States, Detroit in the house. Uh, Brazil, welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. Canada, Spain, Florida, Luxembourg, Ukraine, Australia, Austria, France, Mongolia, welcome to the call. Egypt in the house. Slovenia, Ohio. Wow. Philippines, Cebu, Philippines, Thailand. Making some noise in Thailand. Welcome to the call. Thailand, Chile in the house. Wow, it is absolutely packed. Hey, welcome to the call. And we are absolutely fired up today and for this particular call. We've got coming up soon here, standing on deck, we've got the one and only our CEO, Bryan Benson, in the house. I'll be introducing him here in a few seconds here as we continue to welcome everyone into the call. Thank you so much, everyone, for calling in. It's a special call tonight. You're going to be hearing directly from our CEO, Bryan Benson. And let me just, because there's a lot of people here that are new to Aurum and have not yet met Bryan. And I know everyone's excited. Everyone is excited. You know, the call, like I said, was maxed out before we started the call. So that's a clue that we're all excited to hear from Bryan Benson, calling us from Colombia, calling in from Colombia. But let me just tell you a little bit about Bryan for those who have not yet been introduced. Bryan Benson has over, I guess he's up to 24 years now in this industry with banking, started at Morgan Stanley, went over to Binance when nobody knew Binance's name. Nobody knew what Binance was, what they were planning to do, but Bryan caught that vision and became the managing director of all of LATAM. That's all of the countries like Mexico and Peru and Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, all of LATAM. So he opened it up, all of that on behalf of Binance, and went through one of these unicorn companies. You know, when a company goes from zero to billions very, very rapidly. So he's been through that and he understands very, very well on how this can happen and what causes this to happen. So, hey, without further ado, let's bring on and get right to it with our CEO, Aurum CEO, Mr. Bryan Benson. Over to you, Bryan. Welcome.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me, Shane?
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. How you been, man? Maybe we'll give everybody an update. How's it going? What's happening? It looks like you're not in a wooden house down there, right?
Yeah, no, I'm in a cabin here,
In a
so
cabin.
everything's good. Yeah, I'm
Nice, nice.
as you know, and as many people may know, and those that are new do not. I had a surgery recently, so I've kind of been taking it a little bit easy, trying to recuperate from that, and things I must say are going very well. It took a lot longer than I was expecting, and I was pulling my hair out, laying there in bed, and not being as active as I normally am. Those that know me know that I like to be all over the place all the time and moving as much as possible, and getting involved with stuff. And the last couple months have been really a time for me to recuperate, the body, and I pushed it a little hard, I think, in 2025 there, getting this thing over the hump. And so, yeah, man, it's great to be back here, and excited to be kind of coming back in through your call here, Shane. Thanks for giving me a little bit of space in this call, and yeah, it's great. So.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we're all looking forward. I mean, I got a lot of calls this week that people were just looking forward, and I know that I was in the room early, just setting everything up, Bryan, and people started coming in 45 minutes before the call even started. That is
Wow.
amazing. So, over to you, Bryan. The show is yours. Go ahead and lead us, and then at the end, I'll conclude with what we're doing next week. So, over to you.
Yeah, sounds great. I I have a few slides that I'd like to show to you guys. It's mainly some update slides and some numbers about how things are going. And but I guess there's one thing that I will say. I guess I should leave more often because the business did really, really, really well. And so I got to give a shout out to you, to Andrew, to Ahmed, to all the top leaders around there. You guys, picked up the pace actually when I got sick. You didn't let down, and you didn't wait for me, and you didn't do those kinds of things. So actually, I think I'll just take 2 months on, 2 months off from now on. We might grow faster. No, I'm only kidding, but I'm really excited to share with you some of the numbers. I'm blown away by what happened while I was gone. I really did disconnect quite a bit. Didn't answer a lot of messages, didn't do a lot of things because I just wasn't feeling too well. And so, yeah, now I'm back, and now I want to share some slides with you guys. Talk a little bit about my plans for the future. Talk a little bit about where we're going with the company, and it's really amazing, and it's humbling to see what's happened in my absence. So again, thanks to all those that have participated in keeping this thing afloat while I'm gone. Uh, Now, it looks like you froze, Shane, but I need to get access to be able to share screen. So I think I just sent that. Okay, here we go. Uh, Give me 1 second, and I will be with you guys. And Shane, can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear. Everything looks good, Brian.
Okay, and let me know if you can see the screen share as
Yeah,
well.
we can see it perfect. It's perfect.
Okay, okay, fantastic. So let me just go over here and make this bigger. How do I make this bigger? Well, I guess it's fine here. Can everyone can see the screen, right?
Yeah, it's lined up perfectly, Brian. It looks good. I think it's because it's a PDF. It's not like the PowerPoints, but it's good. We can see it clear.
Yeah, I just want to make it as big as possible so I can flow through it properly, but here we go. All right, that's better. Okay, everyone. Again, my name is Bryan Benson. For those of you that haven't met me, it's a pleasure to be back with you guys. It's been some challenging times personally for me with the surgery that I had and with recuperation and some of the things that happened. But thanks to God and thanks to the doctors, I'm here and I'm well, and looks like the future is going to be good as well. So what I'm going to go through here today is just, again, it's not really a lot about me. It's more about what the company's done in my absence and where we've gotten to and some of the numbers that we've had. I have an update on one of the events later in the summer, and yeah, let's just dive into it and talk a little bit about some of the things here. So, okay, so really proud of what's happened since I've been gone. The key achievements that I'd like to stress here are a couple. First of all, we're getting pretty close to 200,000 users. So that's really exciting for me. I remember when we were excited at 5,000 and then 7,000 and then 9,000 and then 11,000. And, we were watching our numbers grow, but to be this close to 200,000 users is really overwhelming. It brings with it a lot of growth inside of the company, a lot of growth inside of support, inside of tech, inside of all these things. So we're racing just as fast as we can to keep up with all of these things, and hopefully we're doing a good enough job for all of the community. The other thing that I think is pretty amazing is $600 million now in trading volume. So that's a pretty amazing figure. We're well over half of our way to that $1 billion number that we're so excited to hit. And then we're also launching products pretty rapidly. So you saw that happen over the last couple months with the RWAs, the gold ones, with the Nero. But we've done this since the beginning. The EXAI, the Pro, the Zeus, the Flashbots, the Neobank, the Exchange. Now we have the Exchange and the app in the App Store. So it's really quite nice. And then we also are pretty proud about the 25 million in USD and AI powered arbitrage trades. Real quickly on the AXAI bot, we have 648% since it launched, and that's really amazing. That's up through May 1st of this year. So that's from its launch. So we're over 500%. We're at 600 and almost 50%. I think it's pretty amazing that this is such a powerful product. This product I think is one of the best ones that we have, and really excited about it. Let's see here. The EXAI Probot. Uh, this has been one of the strongest products, I would say, without a lockup. So it's been really interesting for us to be able to give these kinds of percentages to the community to 94% and have that be fully unlockable, fully liquid. So you make that percentage one day, you get out the next day if you would like to. It's quite a nice product, and we're pretty excited about it. The Zeus AI bot is another one that I've really taken a liking to. This is one where you don't have to use only USDT, but you use some of these other tokens that you have here. So BTC, BNB, ETH, Doge, Pepe, Sol, some of the other ones. Yeah, it's been doing really well. You can see the individual numbers there. The Pepe one has really done really well as the Doge. I'm not exactly sure why those meme coins are doing better than the other ones, but it's pretty neat to see, and 100% on Bitcoin, which is a pretty amazing thing. So, uh, love the Zeus AI bots. Now let's talk a little bit about the Aurum Exchange. This is what I was originally brought over to help with. I joined the company as advisor to the exchange, and from there I grew into the position I'm in today. But we continue to expand our exchange ecosystem. We have the DEX. We have a couple other things I'll talk about here. But yeah, this is part of our next sort of global growth stage. And the platform is very important to the future of what we're building at Aurum. So the exchange, the mobile application for iOS and Android are currently in development and preparing for the official release. So as you noted, we dropped the Neobank app a couple weeks ago into the Apple Store, and that's live there. But as you can see, the exchange will be coming as well. So that will give you direct access inside of an app form on your phone to trading infrastructure that we've provided. It'll be a little bit faster, a little bit more convenient. There'll be integrated ecosystem functionality. So inside of one environment, you'll be able to do different things. And number four, the scalable infrastructure for the DEX products. So we're pretty excited about this. Been working hard on this. Recently completed an audit. So this is Hacken is one of the top companies in the audit space for smart contract and for cybersecurity audits. And so this is something that we've been working on for quite some time. We'll be announcing a little bit more about this in an official public announcement regarding the audit, but just want everyone to know that the audit was completed. It was successful. Obviously, there's always little, things here that you need to fix, but overall, the completion of the audit was huge for us. It was a milestone sort of moment for the ecosystem, and we're pretty sure that this will help us a lot with our security, with our transparency, with our scalability across, sort of the whole ecosystem, and as we move forward. So another thing that I'd like to mention that's pretty exciting is we're currently finalizing a funding round. So we went out for another $50 million funding. As the ecosystem continues to expand, the AI infrastructure, the digital banking, the trading technologies, all these things together, all these financial products, we wanted to make another investment in that. So $50 million is coming in, and that puts us at $600 million, which is the total capital that we've raised so far. So that's institutional, that's private, that's VC, and that's all of you guys on this call in the community that have done such an amazing job with the network. So this growth continues to strengthen our position. We're really, really, in a solid place right now and rapidly scaling into a full financial ecosystem, which is the vision. Like I mentioned, the Aurum Exchange is entering the next stage of infrastructure expansion. We're focused on strengthening our internal ecosystem for functionality mainly. that's really the whole key here is, can people use it? Does it work? Do they like to use it? Are they making their commissions off it? Are they referring people to it? This is sort of the flow that we're looking for. So the Aurum Dex is currently in a beta testing stage as the ecosystem continues to expand towards integrated decentralized trading infrastructure and next generation financial products. So five key points here. I'll take them backwards. Like I said, the Dex is almost about to be launched. We're preparing for the integration into a broader um, ecosystem integration. We're strengthening the platform functionality and scalability, and we're expanding on the entire ecosystem itself. So this is a pretty exciting time for the exchange, for the centralized exchange, as well as the decentralized exchange, which is about to launch. And so a little bit more on that. As I mentioned, we're actively pursuing this. We've been working really hard on this. The upcoming DEX is currently in beta testing, and the team is preparing for the next stage, which will likely be in the next couple weeks here, potentially over the summer. Now let's get into something that was launched while I was away. This is something that is really really cool. It's called Quantum Alpha, and it's by Nero. And so the Quantum Alpha is the AI trading agent inside of Nero, which is our non-custodial, fully on-chain solution for trading, for copy trading, for using agents, for structuring smart contract execution, and which is fully controlled by the user. So in the first full month live that we had it out there in the wild to our customers, it hit almost 31% in 1 month. So that's pretty amazing. Really, really exciting numbers. Hopefully we can keep those up. But the Quantum Alpha testing results before that were also quite strong. As you can see, during that period, January to February, it's 22, then 28, and then 31 leading up into the first full month, which was April. And so this is an aggressive strategy, no doubt about it. It does have derivatives trading in it. It's a little bit more, I would say, risky than the EXA bot, if you will, because these are high volatility assets. They're being leveraged, but the performance has been exceptional, and we continue to combine this non-custodial setup with structured on-chain execution and a live trading agent. So these things together in a single environment have been really, really a boom for us, and really a popular product. We have more demand for this than we can actually handle at this point. So a very, very positive thing here. The Quantum Alpha beta results continued, as you can see here. The live trading inside of Nero continues demonstrating strong momentum. During the beta time, we had over 5,000 wallets connected. We had a pretty strong live trading performance inside of real market conditions. And the infrastructure optimization during this time has been really good for us to tweak it and to make this the best product we can. Now, I will say this, there have been some bugs. There's some things that went wrong. The wallet didn't attach when it was supposed to, or deattach when it wasn't supposed to. There are some things that happened, let's say, but the team continues to actively improve the stability, the execution quality, the user experience is really key to us. And so, yeah, please, if you saw something that happened or something, please let our support team know, and we'll go ahead and get these things into a ticketing system so that we can handle these and take care of them. But the excuse me, the good thing that I want to share is that the beta phase continues playing a very important role in building the product, in launching the product, and making sure that the product is ready for the mass market. So I'm pretty excited with the way that it's gone. Now, Aurum wants to thank everyone that's been here for us. During product launches, sometimes things you know, go funky, and just want to thank everyone that's been a part of this for us. All of the beta participants will receive rewards following the completion of the testing. So this is a token of appreciation from the Aurum ownership group and community to the community that has helped us with testing of this product. So Aurum's core AI products and trading infrastructure continue to actively expand across this ecosystem, and we feel that we can be one of the leaders in this space. So a couple more things about Nero before we move on. The Nero platform development was has been successfully completed its beta test. So now we're currently in closed beta testing, and we're getting to where it's a public beta rollout for early users in preparation. And so this means that in the next couple of weeks here, we can open this up to a wider audience, a wider section of our community, this so that you can start to take advantage of this product as well. And as we start to continue to scale this, the company expects major acceleration during June and July over the summer, as we open this up to anyone who wants to come and use it. Not on the beta. So this has been a very limited, a very closed selection. Of the quantity of wallets that were, the goal was to have around 5,000 wallets, but we feel that the registrations are coming in fast and furious, and the licensing on this is strong, the transparency on this is strong, and it's gonna go haywire over the summer. So we're excited about that. We're preparing for this sort of onslaught of usage. We're upgrading our systems, our back end, and all of these things. So the continued expansion of the AI-driven financial infrastructure is very important to us across these jurisdictions. And so at the same time, Aurum continues to actively develop our long-term legal and operational foundation that's going to be required for not only for Nero and what we have currently, but for the expansion that's planned and for the expansion that's coming. We have a lot more on the drawing board. We're not done yet, and it's pretty exciting what's happening. So that's all I really wanted to say about the business. As you can tell, I'm still a little bit rusty over here. I haven't been in front of the camera or the Zoom or really that many people over the last 6-8 weeks due to my medical condition. But really excited to be back here. It's almost like riding a bike. You don't really forget how to do it. You just need to get going and do it again. I do have one more announcement before I turn it over to Shane. We have a event coming up here called the Aurum Elite Cruise. Now, this is going to be I think it's the second or third week of July. The dates 16th to 19th is the plan roughly. But one of the things that we've noticed is that the cruise industry, let's call it, is has this thing called the hantavirus. Now, I'm no medical doctor. I don't know much about how these things work, but it seems like a pretty big deal. And a lot of cruise companies are sort of going into this interesting mode, let's call it. So, we're continuing to do ongoing health evaluations for the region, for the cruise line that we've picked for the partnership, and we don't want to do this unless it's really safe for everyone. And so that's the bottom line here is if there's something out there that we need to be careful of, like this virus or other things like that, then we're going to do the utmost to protect the community, to protect the people. So as part of this process, we're currently evaluating several premium alternative formats to this event. We're thinking about doing it a different way because the dates are getting so close. I think it's I don't know, 6 or 7 weeks from now. It's not even 2 months, less than 2 months from now. And in order to pull off these types of events, it takes a boatload of preparation, and even with an army of people, sometimes things fall through the cracks. And so we just want to work on coming up with the best alternative event possible. Maybe a luxury hotel experience, maybe an event in a different part of the world, maybe some sub events around the world. But the community will be the first to know, and the only reason that we haven't announced this is because it's still sort of a developing situation, and we're not sure if the cruise will still be sailing or not. So anyway, that's really all I have for today for you guys. I wanted to thank everyone again for all the hard work, for everything that you guys have been doing. Um, it's really humbling for me to be able to step away from a business like this and see the machine continue to move forward, and it's really important for me to understand that, this isn't because Bryan Benson that this is happening. It's because of all of you guys out there, right? And I'm just here to help as your humble servant of crypto. This is really all I'm about, and I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be here with you guys, and I'm really excited for what's to come. And Shane, I'm going to turn it back over to you at this point, and if you have any questions in the chat that people are asking, or you want anything you want to know about me personally or professionally, I'm happy to answer a few questions. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm a little rusty at this, so forgive me.
All right, Bryan Benson, CEO of Aurum. Thank you so much for joining us. No, you're perfect. It's good. It's good. Everybody got it. Everybody got the point. Everybody sees where we're going. It's exciting to have you back. I mean, that's for sure, and we're looking forward. Whether it's a cruise or whether it's a luxury hotel experience, doesn't matter. We get the gang together and then go to the next level. Announcements. Everything happens at those events. And in the Maldives, everybody was missing you there, Bryan. And we're looking forward to seeing you very, very shortly. Like you said, it's only a few weeks.
Hey, buddy, I gotta tell you this, of all the events that I missed, the Maldives was the one I didn't want to miss. I heard from a resort standpoint, from the clarity of the water, from the activities that were there. So I'm glad everyone had a great time. I was just kind of jealous looking at all those pictures in my bed. But yeah, I'm glad that we're going to get together and have some other sort of activity. Like you said, this is where everything happens at these events. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
can't wait to see everyone and excited for what's to come. So.
I hate to tell you, and also anyone who missed that event, I really hate to say this, but the pictures that you've been seeing, it's what it's like. It's like, sometimes you get these pictures and you get to the place and it's like, it's not the same. And we say, what's with this? They said, yeah, but that's the internet, right? But in Maldives, man, that water was amazing. And the only way to get there was to fly 45 minutes by seaplane to get to this very, very small island. And the only thing on the island was the actual resort. So talk about being secluded, but it had a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Everybody, so all the pictures, Bryan, and all the fun that you saw, that was all real, not fake. Yeah, not fake water.
Well, yeah, that happens a lot. The picture is better than what it looks, even especially with food. You see that hamburger there, and then you
Yeah.
get to the restaurant and it's this big. But yeah, that's what I heard. I actually everyone told me it was better than the pictures, and it exceeded the expectations. So to me,
Yeah.
that's we'll have to do that again soon. We can't maybe that has to be a yearly rotation, the Maldives one, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. And on Narrow, we had a question, but I think I can answer it, Bryan. You can jump in here. And the question was, hey, are they ever going to do auto reinvest for the Narrow? And it's like, well, right now it's manual. So what they do in the Narrow is when you make your deposit, let's say it's $1,000, okay, easy and simple. The next day, you'll have your profit in a different column and your original deposit here, and you can withdraw that profit or that ROI and then top up. Okay, so it's kind of like you can compound it, but it's more of a manual compounding. It's not like the XAI bot. You just click a button and it's going to go in automatic. You don't have to think about it. So it's a little bit of work, right? They got to go in once a day. But hey, Bryan, I want to talk to you about something that you said a long time ago. You were talking about Binance and something about I kind of caught the thing, but as people started using the Binance platform, they were going in. But you noticed that our users and our partners and our customers from all over the world, they're not just logging in once a day. They're logging in like multiple times a day. Can you talk to us about that and what you're noticing? Oh, I think you're on mute. I think you might be on mute.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I think it has to do with the nature of our business. A lot of people at Binance, you'd log in and you'd look at your stuff a lot of times, right? You'd be like, hey, is the Bitcoin going up? And since a lot of people were new to trading, they didn't have another platform where they looked at the prices. So they would go in and look at it but the actual amount of trades or deposits or like some of the key things that we would monitor didn't always move as much as the views would, right? And what I think we can see here at Aurum, it's pretty special, is that we have the opportunity for people to build businesses with our software, right? At Binance, it was a little more difficult to build a business uh, than it was to just use the platform, right? But at Aurum, we've got it set up to where people can easily, for 19.99, have a business ready, website, back office, products, payouts, support, like all this stuff together, right? And so what I think it is there's a lot of people that go in and they look at their own thing once in the day, but then they go in and they look and see if other people in their business have been working, have been depositing, have been making money, have been doing these things, right? And so I think we'll see that going forward, especially in the community side of the business, is people just using the app 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times a day, once or twice for themselves, and then a few more times to help their buddies and their businesses grow. So that's kind of my rudimentary theory on it, I guess you could say.
Awesome, awesome. I got a couple questions in here in the chat. I'm not gonna. There's so many, Brian. I'm not going through all of them today. We'll be here for a couple of hours. But one question was like just about licensing, and I know that at the rate of growth that Aurum is building and growing now all over the world, it's almost impossible to get all the license in one day. That's not going to happen. But can you kind of give us a little bit of a roadmap of what the overall roadmap when we talk about different licenses?
Yeah, well, so the Canadian one with Nero, the Polish one with the VASP, the Hong Kong, the Dubai one, and U.S. is in preparation, and I would say many more to come. We're trying to get to 17 by 2027. So, yeah, I mean, if we can get into the 20s in 2027, exceed our own goals, I think that would be great. But everyone's got to understand that this is a an army of hardworking attorneys that each one of these things requires, right? And so it's not just, hey, you go to the vending machine and you pop a regulatory license out of there. It requires quite a bit of due diligence, scrutiny, all these things, and these processes unfortunately just take forever. And so, yeah, I think you'll see quite a bit of licensing coming. I think it's going to be required fairly soon here. It's like it's coming to a point where we can't really do without it, and so excited to have that happen as soon as possible. But I think at the end of the day, the more we invest in the attorneys, the sooner and the faster we can get it.
All right, all right. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's a whole process, right? But we've got quite a few of them. And the other thing I remember you saying, Brian, is that Aurum is moving towards licensing. We're not running away from licensing, and that was a big distinction that you made.
Well, yeah, I mean that as you can tell because of the plan, just based on what I've just said, the plans that we have are multiple license entities, right? So we don't want to just kind of wait for them to knock on our doors and say, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" We want to be proactive with this stuff and be a step ahead of it, and be proactive is the only way to really say that. So yeah, I think you're going to see good things to come here in the coming months.
All right, all right. I know I don't think you're going to have the answer to this question, Brian, but it's funny. It's a funny one, so I thought I'd ask you. Now that there's going to be some kind of a reward for people that have been doing the beta test, right? There's a lot of people they want to know what is it. And I don't think Brian's making that one up right now, but who knows?
No, no, I don't think we're going to be making it up, but it's going to be something, that's compensation, I mean, it's going to be a way for us to thank everyone. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you guys to, go out and buy new yachts with the little gift that we're going to be giving you, but it's a token of our appreciation for what's happened. I can't say exactly how much it's going to be, but yeah, there'll be some rewards for the people that have helped us along the way. And, those of you that have had issues with it, and kept your calm, kept your patience, and went through support on these things. That's the best. Those are my favorite, right? Because it's easy to beta test something when it's working perfectly, but when you have a little glitch or you have something funky happening, those are the really valuable ones. So documenting that, helping us with the flow, helping us understand how it worked. That's gold to us. So thank you to everyone that's done that and been patient about it, because at the end of the day, even though it is beta testing, it's real money, and no one wants to lose even $10, let alone 100 or 1,000 or even more. So, thanks to all those people out there that have had issues and have kept sort of their peace and their patience with them and realize that this is a beta product that we're making better and we're working on. And so, yeah, thanks to everyone out there. So, no, yeah, I can't announce what it is today, but I think it's better than a sharp stick in the eye, as my grandpa would have said.
That's a good one. All right, just got to bring this up, Brian. A lot of love coming out to you from Mr. Bryan Benson. It's great to see you happy and healthy after a while here. You were missed dearly. We got lots of these messages coming down, so I just wanted to pass that on to you, Brian.
Thank
And
you.
I think we got all kinds of questions in here. Yeah, everybody's just loving.
I'm looking at the chats too
Oh,
now. It's
you
going
can
pretty
see it.
fast,
Okay, you
but
can see. You
I
can
see
see.
John Bone there. So, hey, Johnny,
Here we
shout
go.
out to
Now
you,
you're gonna
buddy.
get everybody rolling now.
Okay. Well, I can't shout out to everyone because I'm looking at it so fast, but
Yeah.
yeah, anyone that I know and recognize in there, sending my love to everyone. So thank you for the thoughts, the prayers, the well wishes, the energy. All this stuff helps us. And actually, I have to say. real quickly, thanks to you, Shane, because some of your messages during my lowest days were awesome. So
Thank
thank you
you.
for that, buddy.
Hey man, Brian, I was just remembering, in 2024, I had a very, not similar, but kind of similar situation where I fractured my back in March of 2024. And when I went in, they said, "Hey, you fractured your back and it's going to be a couple months, right?" I'm going, "Oh man, I was just in the middle of a massive launch. It wasn't a good timing at all." But I ended up spending about the rest, like a year, trying to deal with this, not 2 months. And it was just one complication after the next. And now everything is great, but it was not a fun time, especially when you get unexpected news when it relates to your health, man. That's a scary position, but we're happy, we're excited. And Brian, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up this call. I think we got most of the big ones, most of the big questions, and we definitely look forward to our next special call here to bring us up to date. Once again, thank you so much, Brian.
Absolutely. Now, thank you for letting me barge in on your call here. It's not zone one, but it was an
Yeah.
important one for us today. So thank you, Shane.
No, no,
And
mastery will continue. Mastery will continue next week, but this is to me. I mean, look at this. The call was packed before we even started, so it's called a clue, and right that
Hey,
the people
one
were
one
looking
thing that
for.
I just saw in here too is a good idea is we live stream it on the YouTube, and then anyone that can't get in can at least go over there and
Oh,
listen to it. So
good,
that's whoever mentioned that in here. That's actually a great idea,
very
and
cool.
we'll look at that. So, yeah, Shane, thanks again. I'll sign off for now, but wonderful success to everyone out there. Let us know how we can help. Let us know what needs to be done, and we're excited to continue to support the community as they grow. So thank you
Thank you
from the
so much.
bottom of
Thank
my
you so
heart.
much. And next week on Mastery, we're going to be focusing on next week is week 6 of the Mastery 90-day plan. And we're going to be focusing on how to present, right? With simplicity. This is going to be a money call next Monday, same time here on Mastery. What we're going to be doing is looking at how do we explain Aurum in a very, very short, clear way. And one of my very first conversations with Brian, I was kind of going through this because if we can keep the message simple for the average person coming in, maybe they have a little bit of crypto or just we don't need the multi-million. We need the people. We want to build a massive, massive community, but in order to grow even faster and bigger, better, faster, stronger, it's important that as a global organization that we're able to, as partners, explain what Aurum is in a really short, clear, non-technical way. All right. If you got that, that's what we're going to be talking about. And when I was speaking to Brian, AI finance sounds so like, oh my God, so complicated. But Brian said, well, wait a second. He says, do you know what AI is, Shane? And I said, yeah, like Chat GPT and Claude and all these. He says, yeah. And you know what finance means money, right? And I go, yeah. So now you got all we're doing is they've programmed at a very, very high and an institutional grade bots. One of the things is that they're programming the AI to take that digital currency and to do something with it, to scan the markets in real time and also have the ability to go ahead and act when it sees an arbitrage opportunity, when it sees an opportunity to go in and get out with an ROI, it does it. That's basically, and I went, well, that makes sense. Can we explain it in what AI finance is, what Aurum is, in a very short, concise way? We're going to talk about that next week and how to really, really avoid, right? Complicating the message. If you can avoid complicating the message, you're going to grow bigger, better, faster, and stronger. And it's when you complicate it, when the person says, that sounds great, but I don't have a clue what you just said, I'm out. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it, right? Or how to give a simple, like an Aurum overview that anybody can listen to it and they can duplicate it, almost like what AI finance is, right? Almost the same as what AI finance is. AI, you can kind of explain this is AI finance, and Aurum is putting them both together in a big way with a massive. The other thing is the massive, track record that Aurum has over 3 years with this one particular product. So I want you to come back next week ready. Bring your customer stories, bring your questions, bring your team, but most importantly, bring enthusiasm. Come and bring your enthusiasm, bring your momentum to these events, and keep applying these simple strategies, because week 6, our next mastery call, is really going to help you become more confident on how you present the opportunity. And you're not really, when you come, I'll explain it next week, but what I'm going to be sharing is not how to do a 45-minute, an hour, 3-hour presentation. That's not it. Your presentation that you're going to master is going to be a minute to 90 seconds. Maximum a minute to 90 seconds. I'm going to show you how to keep it simple within a minute to 90 seconds. That's your presentation. And from that point, we've got the customer, the partner's attention, and then we can take them on to the next step. And I'll explain that. So in concluding, this week, last week, by the way, we focused on customers, not just, partners, but people join and people come in normally to Aurum for, personal reasons, right? For kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? For selfish reasons. They're coming in because they want to make money. And once they see that bot rolling, once they try, once they try maybe the gold project, once they try some of the services and the opportunities that we have on the platform, then they get excited about it and they can't stop telling their friends, you see? So don't worry. Customers are customers, but some of the best and the biggest partners in the world are those that are satisfied with the product. So all of that saying that, when you turn, again, I talked last week about customers, but when you turn your customers into the community, when you involve your customers into the community, what you're doing is you're really increasing the value for that customer. You're increasing the trust for that customer. You're increasing the stability for that customer. And also you're increasing the long-term strength of your Aurum enterprise, whether it's local or some of you are growing a massive global organizations. So what do we want to do this week in preparation? I want you to, focus on for just this week. Next week, we're going to have a different thing, but I want you to focus on connecting with your customers also, not only your partners, and to support them, to follow up with them, make sure that the customer feels that they're part of something big, and that is Aurum. Aurum is something massive, and help your customers really feel like they're a part of Aurum, not just sitting off on the side. So thank you for being here. I want to thank Bryan Benson. You got everybody fired up, and thank you for everyone who's building a community within the Aurum Foundation. And we'll see you next week. We're going to do week 6. We're going to show you how to present Aurum in a very simple, easy, clear. This is a money call. Next week, you join us next week, you're going to make money, because imagine if you had a serious, simple, easy to remember presentation that you could complete within a minute or 90 seconds maximum. You're not going to go over 90 seconds. That is a very strong presentation that talks about Aurum, and bam, in 90 seconds, that's your presentation. And then we move them on to the next step and the next step. So everyone, thanks so much for calling in. Thank you, Bryan Benson. Bye for now, and let's go. Take care. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.